Hey, Tony Gasson here, popping in another episode of the Single and Ready series. What to wear on the first date? Now, this is a question that pops up, and it is something that we would think is trivial, something that's small, but it does matter. And the thing about it is, I feel like a lot of times I'll start ladies first. With women, you get caught up in your mind and you try to be either too cute or too casual. And so there's this thought like, let me look really sexy so that he can see my, assets, and I can accentuate the nice parts of me and let me be extremely sexy because a man is a visual creature. Or it's like, hey, let me pretend I don't really care. Like, I'm just me, I'm natural. Let me go with the messy bun and like some sweats, but it matches like a sweat outfit. And both of those are wrong. You have to find a happy medium to where you're comfortable, but you're not necessarily trying to make a particular statement. And so, business casual. So, like, if you got on jeans with a blazer and some tennis shoes, smart, chic, smart, casual, not super formal or super sexy, and not super duper chill, unless you're going somewhere that requires that. So you can never go wrong with jeans, and you shouldn't try to be overly sexual in your outfit. And some people, they can't help it. It's their culture, it's how they were raised. It's just, their mama dressed like that, their auntie dressed like that. And the thing about it is, you will put yourself in a box as a sex symbol to a man, and he will just say, wow, you super duper, sexual, and you're trying to bait with your body. Like, you're trying to just show it all, like too much cleavage or too much booty or too much, skin. And you have to really get to the root of that reasoning. It's like, okay, are you showing so much skin because you're hot and because you have some type of case with your skin that you need a cool breeze to hit it? Or are you doing it because you think that this is sexy and this is attractive and this is what you like? But what's your reference point on why you like it? Do you like it because it feels good, or because it makes you feel sexy, or do you like it because of the attention that you get? A lot of times we have this false narrative that we do stuff for ourselves. No one does anything for themselves. We do stuff for a reason. There's a motive, because if you did everything for yourself, then you would walk around naked. We put on clothes for other people, and we put on certain clothes for a certain reason. And so you have to be able to identify why you want to wear what you want to wear, and what message are you trying to send. And if you do that, now you're being authentic and you're being true to yourself, and that's going to show up in your outfit. But if you're doing it for the wrong reason, that's also going to show up in your outfit. Now, men do the same thing. A man will try to act like, he doesn't care, and so he has on some basketball shorts and some slides with a tank top, going out to eat to the little, chill restaurant, but he trying to look super chill, and to the point that some women say that is sexy, that basketball shorts or gray sweatpants or a tracksuit is more sexy than a business suit or than a button down shirt. And it's really just because it's been so normalized, and that's just how a lot of guys are. But at the same time, you'll have guys who go to the opposite end of the spectrum and try to do way too much and come in with this pinstripe suit with the pinky ring, and got the hard bottom shoes on, and might even be a three-piece suit. And yes, y'all may be going to the steakhouse, but all that ain't necessary. And so again, you have to get to the root of why you're dressing like this, why you want to wear what you want to wear, and make sure that it's authentic. Now, if a woman wants to wear a mini skirt and a man want to wear a three-piece suit, and that is authentic, and you willing to just take what comes with that, like if you're willing to be put in that box or judged that way or seen that way, and that is who you are authentically, then that's great. You being authentic. But if you're trying to play a role, you're trying to look a certain way, then you're going to play yourself. And the next thing too, you have to make sure that your outfit matches your lifestyle and your life. So if you make $20,000 a year, $30,000 a year, you should not be wearing authentic designer t-shirt that costs $800. That is your whole paycheck. If you get paid $800 every 2 weeks, you shouldn't have a Gucci t-shirt that costs $800. I was just looking at a t-shirt today from Christian Dior. I got an email from them, and the t-shirt is $1,100. So I remember when I was working as a counselor in the group home, my check every 2 weeks was $680. So if I only get 2 checks in a month, guess what? That Christian Dior t-shirt would cost a month worth of income. And so you also have to think about this and how you present yourself. And that's where a lot of people hurt themselves, because a woman will come in with a pair of red bottoms, and them red bottoms may be $800 to whatever cost, $1,500, $3,500, just whatever the style is. And when you sit down, you talking about what you do, and the woman says, "Oh, I work at I'm an office assistant at the dentist," and that is known that that's $10 an hour, but you got on red bottoms that you paid for out your check, and you literally spent your whole check on a pair of red bottoms, and you still live with your mom, so you spending your whole check on fashion. That's going to send a message that you're bad with money, you mismanage money, and vice versa. Guys come in with Gucci belt on, Gucci shirt, or a Rolex. You got a Rolex on, it's a used one that you got offline, but you spent $4,000 on it, or sometimes $9,000, $10,000, and your income is not at $100,000 a year yet, but you got on $10,000 Rolex. And so everything does matter when you getting ready to go out on a date, when you getting ready to go out on the first date, and you got to make sure that you're being authentic. You got to make sure you're sending the right message. You got to make sure that you really evaluate yourself, and how you dress. It also helps you. It also helps you evaluate your heart. It helps you evaluate your lifestyle. And so a lot of times our priorities are in the wrong, and we will go into debt. We'll max out a credit card. Because when you build your credit, it's not hard to build your credit, especially when you start from scratch. You may come and you may start from scratch, and you may get a secured credit card. Or your parent could have put you on a credit card at 13 years old, and then you get a secured credit card, $300, $500, and then you pay that every month. You got a 700 credit score. So you go to Chase and you apply for a credit card, and you could lie and say your income is $1 million, or your income is $100,000, $200,000, and you get approved for a $20,000 credit card because you have no derogatory marks. You got all these on-time payments. Your credit is aged. You 25. You didn't had a credit card since you've been building credit since 13 years old. Your credit is banging. So guess what? You get that credit card, and then you take that credit card, that $20,000 credit card, and you go buy a Chanel bag, which back in the day was that boy bag was $5,000. Now they're like $7,000 or something. It's an increase in price, so you may be paying $6,000, some $7,000, $8,000 for this Chanel bag on your $20,000 credit card. So now, if your income is $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, and that's, you got to pay that payment every month. You can't pay off the whole $7,000 at one time. So you paying your payment every month, And so it's taking you time. So now for that bag, you end up paying $9,000. And if fashion mean that much to you to look like you got it, that your outfit and how you dress and how you present yourself on this date, it help you look at your life. And my goodness, I'm in debt to look like I got it. And I understand it totally, because I was the king of it. So I could speak on this. So you realize that. And so here's what happens. You go to this date and you see somebody pull up in a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, and then you get to know them and they don't have a credit score, or they live at home with their parents, and you like, whoa, you in the S550 and you live at home? Oh, you really about to flex, ain't you? You really about that lifestyle, huh? You just really want to look like you got it. Okay. And you know how a lot of times, Gator boo with the Gucci suit. What the song say? Got a E-Class or something, but it ain't got no gas. Manny Fresh song. What you talking about? Got the Benz, they ain't got no gas in it. Do you know anything about that? Have you been there? And I done been there now. I done been there. You pull up the valet got to push your car to the parking spot. You got so look, yeah, I'm gonna put it in neutral if you could, and just if you could push it over there to the spot, or just kind of push it up right there. Like, actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my foot off the brake, and we just gonna let it roll, and then I'm gonna stop it right there, just cause I can't have you running out my gas while I'm in here giving something to eat. And we done been there. So this, how you dress on the first date, it means a lot more than we realize. It means a lot more than we realize. Because it's a lot of single men who they get ready to go on the first date. If their woman come in a minute in a bodycon bandage dress and showing everything, every cellulite could be seen. That dress is so tight, and she keep having to inch it down. Every step she takes, she have to inch it down. That's sending a message of she wants to be known for her body. She want to be seen for her body. She want every single man that she passed to look at her. She want the room to stop when she step in. She not trying to come in and blend in, because yes, she know men are visual creatures, and she trying to turn some visions. She turning every head, married man, engaged man, single man. She want the attention. It just sends that message. Now, you could say, oh, that's not why I'm doing it. I do it because I am Venezuelan and we are just naturally sexy, and that is just how we dress. We believe in accentuating your body, and we don't want to come in with parachute jeans on, Tony, just because everybody don't have to wear bell bottoms, Tony. So you need to talk what you know. And so, listen, you could argue it, but I'm just sharing perception. This is what the perception is. See, perception is the perceiver's reality. It might not be your reality. You see what I mean? But it's the perceiver's reality. So I think about this when I go out and I'm out and about just dressing now, not even talking about a date. I went to buy me a car and I knew I was going to a podunk town, and I knew everybody in there was going to be white men. And sure enough, it was 10 white men and it was one black guy that worked there. So I wore khaki pants. With a polo, with some nice Prada shoes with a ball cap, so that when I walk in there, they don't say he sell drugs. And that's how he afford this car. And they were so nosy. I had a pre-approval from Bank of America. Already credit ran. They still ran my credit because they could not believe that I was coming in there as a young minority to buy that car that is one of 200 made. And the car wasn't that expensive, but it just was a rare car, and not everybody could get it. And I knew I was gonna be judged. So you see how even at 37 years old, as a business owner, as a serial entrepreneur, I'm still thinking about that. So every human, we should think about perception and the message that we send. And it ain't about trying to change for nobody. It's about wisdom so that you can disarm people, so that who you are can be shown and not just be boxed in and judged. And you got to be wise in that area. So you can't just go and say, oh, I'm finna do this and they don't like me. That's their fault, and go in there and just bring this thing. So it could be, as a man, you going on this date, you go in there, your pants sagging, or you go in there, you flopping with them flip flops. It look like you don't care, and you trying too hard to look like you don't care. But it would have made that woman feel better if you would have put on a polo, put on some nice slacks, or put on a nice t-shirt with some nice jeans or some nice slacks with a new pair of shoes, and spray some cologne on so that it looks like you care and you took time and you thought it out. And I told my wife this today. I was like, when I got up this morning, she called me. She's like, hey, can you meet me at the car dealership? Dropping the car off for service. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna meet you up there. I'll pick you up, And when I was walking to the bathroom, this is a true story. I said, okay, I'm going to see my wife. I need to look as cute as possible. That's what I said. I was like, okay, so I'm going to start with my shirt. What shirt I'm going to wear? Okay, now let me get a comfortable shirt, a nice t-shirt that I like. Now let me get some comfortable slacks. Now let me get my shoes. And I put my outfit together because I knew I was going to pick up my wife, and I knew I was going to take her out to breakfast. And I knew she would be matching, because if she got to stop at a place of business, I knew she going to be put together. Not way over the top, but I knew she going to be put together. And when I pulled up, sure enough, she was put together. She had on some slides, but it's like a, fashion pair of slides. And she had on a fashion shirt and some nice, pants. And I had on the same. But I was thinking about that 14 years married. And see, this is the thing, how you go into your dating life, how you go to that first date, you may keep that same energy. And so if you dating intentionally, you want to be mindful, you want to be thoughtful, you want to be respectful, and you want to put your best foot forward that is going to send the right message without being at one extreme, one end of the spectrum or the other. Find that happy middle ground, that happy medium, to where it says, I did think about this, but it's like effortless chic. It's like, I did think about this, I did put this together, but I wasn't trying to make a crazy statement to draw this attention to myself or to stick out like a sore thumb. So I'm not trying to wear flip-flops into the steak restaurant, or I'm not trying to wear a mini skirt into the chicken wing place, or I ain't coming in with Dope Boy Fresh into the nice Blazer restaurant, sport coat restaurant, and I'm Dope Boy Fresh with my 1,000-gram Cuban link, and my pants sagging a little bit and tight at the same time, with the t-shirt that's too short and the underwear showing any move I make. You see what I mean? You find that happy medium to where it says, I care, I try, but I'm comfortable, and I'm respectful, and I'm mindful, and I'm well presented. I look good, but I'm still me. I ain't doing the most or trying to play a role. So smart casual, unless you go into a formal place, and then smart formal if it's formal. If it's super casual, then smart super casual. But if it's like a date out to eat, then business casual, you can't go wrong. As a woman, some jeans and a blazer, or some jeans and a designer t-shirt, like a nice quality thick t-shirt, the man, you know, some slacks or some jeans that fit well, not the big old parachute jean pants. You could fit 3 legs in one leg. Come on, man, we got to do a little better. And a nice shirt that is crisp. It ain't got the bacon neck. You ain't got the bacon neck because you done wore it too many times. You lift your arm to get the waiter, and you got a yellow stain because you know wore it so many times that must just done change the color of the shirt. You know, you want to come in there. It's okay to go buy a new shirt, buy some new jeans, you know, buy a fresh pair of shoes, and you could spend your $100 or whatever you can afford on just to be crisp, you know, just some fresh, just some that, you know, you presenting, but it's nice and respectable at the same time. So, hey, this for the singles. This is a single and ready series right now. If this not for you, you married or whatever, or you single and healing, your series coming. If you married, your series coming. So share this with somebody who need it. This Tony Gas, and God bless you. We'll talk soon.